Hi, hello again today, Rubies. It's very good to see you all. I hope you're doing well. There's been a lot of energy. There's been a lot of energy. There's been there was a retrograde going on, or it might be happening right now. I'm not 100% sure, which is or was causing a whole lot of things to stir in the pot. You also had the summer solstice that happened, which had its own energies in and of itself. We had that new moon, which I think was like a new moon in Capricorn or something like that. And when I'm filming this, I am filming it the day before we're going to have a full moon, which is the strawberry moon. So lots and lots of energy this month. And it's it's a lot. It's a lot because this month so far, not even just so far, this whole month has been about awakenings. It's been about awakening after awakening after awakening, and part of those awakenings was releasing and letting go of things that you thought that you had already let go of or that you even forgot existed. So it's been a lot, but while it has been a lot, there's been this undermining energy of new beginnings, new transitions, blessings, miracles, growth, harvest, light, fun energy, the energy of summer, the energy of the sun. And I'm really feeling that for you guys moving forward. But before I get into that, they want me to talk about all the synchronicities and signs that might be important for some of you. So, gold jewelry or gold could be really significant to somebody out there. Personally, I am a silver jewelry girly. But this month, I was called, especially on the summer solstice, to wear gold jewelry, and ever since, I've been wearing my sun sign, which is like a little Taurus constellation, and I'm wearing my birthstone, which is emerald, and it's a gold ring. And so I don't usually wear gold jewelry more than like here and there for like very rare occasions. But I've been wearing it like day in, day out since the summer solstice. And so that could be significant for somebody. Also, both of the things that I'm wearing are based off of my sun sign or like my birth um, like zodiac and my birthstone and birth month. And so wearing jewelry or having things gifted to you recently that are synchronistic to your birthday or your signs or birth flower or whatever it may be could be really significant. There's also the fact that maybe you are a Taurus or you have heavy Taurus energy or just earth energy in your chart, especially your big three, or I'm hearing a Venus sign, or Mercury, I'm hearing too, is important. Which, funny enough, my Mercury is Taurus. Mm, I'm also, I've been getting heavy confirmations about the balances between sun and moon energy. And this has been happening for me all month long. Confirmation verb. I have always had a very special connection to both the sun and the moon. And lately I've been getting really pulled to stories, mythology, shows, songs that deal with the the balance or the showing of the moon and the sun and their cycles and how they're interconnected. They're the yin and the yang. And Avatar: The Last Airbender could be really significant for you guys. So could D&D, or just playing like role play games, whether they're RPGs on like online forums or they're RPGs at like tabletop, same way that D&D is. I'm also hearing Warhammer could be significant for somebody, or somebody could be storing. Interesting. Maybe somebody's storing some like old equipment or something. I'm hearing. But I was going to say maybe somebody's into like warfare. You research it, you look into the history of things, you like looking at museums and things like that, or maybe even have like these old tools or these artifacts or whatever you may have, or family heirlooms might be from these times, or uh, could be very significant for you. The colors brown are really significant, as well as elephants, which elephants are a spiritual animal of the earth and of grounding and of motherly love and birth and fertility, but they're also a huge sign of wisdom. And these past few days before filming this, I've been really heavily called to elephants, so I'm wearing something that has elephants on it today. There's also the significances, or significance. Singing could be really significant, even if it's not like on a stage or you're not a musician, just like vocal stimming or just sitting around the house going like and just singing like little happy tunes or whatever. It could be very, very, very heavily significant for somebody out there. I keep wanting to say cats. I keep wanting to say significant instead of synchronistic. So this is like your guides are saying like lock in, babes. Fur coats could be really significant, or I just said it again. Oh my god. There's also I was gonna say vintage items like vintage dresses, jewelry, things like that. I'm also seeing somebody might have a golden elephant necklace, or a necklace that's has a golden elephant charm, or maybe like a golden, or not gold, I think it's bronze, like a bronze elephant statue could be really significant. I'm also seeing I think she's, or he is a Hindu goddess. Please correct me if I am wrong. I am not in that pantheon at all, so bear with me. There's also a lot of like Asian cultures and countries and histories coming through, as well as a lot of like African American and what was it? African American. There's a lot of like deserts, Latin American, or yeah, just Latin cultures could be really significant. Also, heavy Native American is coming through, or just native of some sort, indigenous is coming through. Star energy, or just stars or constellations. The color blue, which blue is the color of the throat chakra. I'm also getting the element water. Water is really, really significant, as well as the water, or not the water, the sign fire, like the element fire. You could have a lot of like fire elements within your chart, or somebody that you're really, really, really close to, or who passed on had a lot of fire energy, confirmation burp in their chart. There's also a lot of earth energy, obviously, especially with the elephants coming through in brown, and the color green as well, which is the heart chakra and is a color of the earth and abundance. Also, they're wanting me to point out the song that's playing right now is The Seed by Aurora. I have a playlist and it's literally called, what was it? Like the A Garden of Magic is what it's called. And 959 as I looked up at the timer. So mirroring numbers or mirrors could be really significant. But there's a lot of earth energy, fertility energy as well, like even like motherly matron energy. I'm feeling you could have a lot of feminine guides or ancestors that are guiding you right now, as well as I'm especially getting a, if it's a passed on loved one or passed on loved ones, such as grandmothers, aunts, sisters, cousins, or even if they were like a really close friend that you had or were a really close family friend, they are watching over you right now and they are heavily, heavily, heavily guiding you. So, feminine ancestors are very present at this time. I'm also seeing a lot of gold and red. I believe it's, uh, I don't know what culture it is. I don't want to say Indian if it's wrong. I'm really not, um, I don't have a lot of knowledge in those cultures and I'm so sorry. But I'm seeing a golden hairpiece that are like, yeah, it's a hairpiece. It comes down in the middle and dangles and it goes across the hair with like chains and it's just this beautiful gold intricate like thick piece with little red rubies dangling from it. I'm also seeing like a lot of piercings like that are significant to ceremonial or tribal work or just cultures in general that are very much gold as well, or just are gauged or made out of bones. Um, I'm seeing a lot of facial tattoos as well as like tribal tattoos along the body. You could also just have like a tribal tattoo style on you. I'm seeing bear. A bear energy is really important, and I'm hearing a mother bear. Um, which for me, mother bear, I always attribute that to my grandmother because she considered herself a mother bear and she absolutely loved bears. And she was known as Mama Bear. And so whenever I see that, it's just heavy, heavy confirmation once again, especially Mama Bear, of feminine guides watching over you. And remember, Mama Bears can be very, very sweet and, rejoicing and gentle with their young, but if somebody fucks with their young, they can be ruthless. And I'm also seeing the movie Brave right now, so Celtic or Irish roots, or I'm even hearing like Norwegian, or looking into like Nordic songs, or there was a moth. Um, or I'm just getting a lot of like ancient ancestral energies. Sorry, my bird. He's so silly. Birds are really significant for this collective as well. Um, Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. There was a lot of distractions and interjective energies that were coming through. But birds could be really, really significant for this collective. I'm especially getting feathers. Feathers are also extremely significant, which feathers are attributed to the element of air. I'm so sorry for my bird. Um, and they're used in a lot of ceremonies. They're used in altars. They're used to adorn people in culture clothing or cultural clothing. This moth that keeps flying around me right now, first of all, it's pissing me off. Second of all, it keeps coming like at my face and then going towards the camera. So I'm gonna just say it because you guys already know, I already know. You have some monitoring spirits, okay? They're there. It is what it is. They're always gonna be there because you are such a bright and beautiful light that, of course, there's gonna be shadow. energies or people or whatever they may be that are going to watch you and monitor you because they want a piece of that. Not in that way, maybe in that way. I don't know. um, but are just very much like they want to siphon energy and steal blessings or dim your light, you know the deal, how it is with these monitoring spirit energies. But spirit's saying just continue to protect yourself. Know that you are protected. You don't need to worry about it. I am hearing though that this month has definitely been a month of where you've really started to see these energies come through, and not in a way of like you've been attacked or anything like that, whether it was however you were thinking, but more so in the way of these energies have been unveiled to you by tenfold than what you're used to. And Spirit's saying that this has been happening to you for a reason because you are becoming such a bright, glowing light and you're elevating higher and higher and higher each and every day. And you've been having so many spiritual awakenings and upgrades and been going through so many different tran- transformations. I'm also hearing transfiguration, so Harry Potter could be significant, or just old shows or movies or books or um, media that has to deal with. Sorry, cats again. As I was saying, that has to deal with. Oh, okay. Spirit will bring me back. Spirit will bring me back. Okay, well then, what else do we want to talk about? Okay, cats could be significant because the cats keep acting up. So you could have heavy cat energy around you. You could own cats. You could just be heavily connected to cats, whether they're house cats, whether they're. And I'm feeling the energy of like needing to sneeze, but I'm not sneezing, which is always an energy of like needing to release. Right. You've been. It could be significant to like watching or just really enjoying media and shows and things that have to deal with magic or witches and wizards or just fantasy enchantment. I'm also seeing the Chronicles of Narnia, private, not private practice. I always say private practice. So somebody here could be in the medical field or could just enjoy watching medical field shows, or maybe you're trying to get pregnant right now because that show deals with a lot of. It's a clinic that they help women get pregnant and they deal with all of that. They do other things, but I don't really remember all of it. I didn't really watch it. I just kind of know. But anyways, 1818 as I looked up at the timer. Uh, private. It's not private practice. I can't think of the name, but it's the name of that movie about the witch sisters. Lord of the Rings is coming through as well as The Hobbit. I'm also getting The Labyrinth, Pan's Labyrinth, The Dark Crystal. I'm seeing like a bunch of goblins and things. If you guys are into D&D, I'm seeing the class, or not the class, sorry, the character, not the Brave from Critical Role, and it's one of their characters. So that could be another sign to you. Dice in general could be a sign to you, or you could like to. Oh, I'm hearing you could like to gamble, but I'm not like. Let me. This isn't a like addiction from what I'm hearing, like the bad type of gambling. I'm getting instead the energy of you take risks. Okay, and we're circling back around. Thank you, Spirit. You take risks unlike anybody else. You gamble. You look at things and you might be scared shitless, but you are going to go, you know what? My heart is pulling me towards this thing. I really want to achieve this. So I'm going to go for it. And you do. And you take that leap of faith. And a lot of people are looking at you crazy, like, it's only a 50-50 shot, if even that you're gonna make it. Why are you going and doing this? Like, you're putting yourself in unnecessary danger and unnecessary situations and things like that. But then they look back and your leap of faith was correct, your gambling was correct, and you just skyrocketed. You went from the level that you were at, wherever you were at, to just boom. I'm also seeing like time jumping or, yeah, timeline jumping, ascending, things like this. You are just, you're on the fucking dime when it comes to your intuition. Confirmation verb. And sometimes you can go kicking and screaming. Sorry, I keep looking over here because I'm seeing a one of my guides. So, you are so heavily protected and guided. When I say that your guides are right there, like right there, they are like hands on your shoulders. They have got your back. Okay, I'm hearing the saying you have an army of angels behind your back. Your guides are always there. Um, but as I was saying about the, okay, maybe not. Spirit is pulling me elsewhere. I do, no, I'm not going to apologize for this reading is going to come out however it needs to come out, and I'm going to channel the energy however I need to channel the energy. But there we go. Gambling, the risks, things like that. But because you guys know your heart and you tap into yourself in ways that not a lot of people are willing to do in this life, you will elevate. And I'm also hearing that you were a type of person, this could have felt like a more of a curse than a blessing growing up, and it could still sometimes feel like this, but you've learned to appreciate it, where you are such a bright exploring soul, 2212, so look at the timer, that you guys, when you elevate and you want to learn, you want to grow, you're constantly looking for knowledge. You're constantly wanting to make yourself a better person, a better version of you, of wanting to whether elevate spiritually or just emotionally or sometimes even physically. You're like, hey, like, I just found out about this really cool exercise. I'm going to start trying it out and I'm going to put these goals for my body or for my diet, or I see these really cool subjects that will help my brain or develop more or will help me solve puzzles faster or 2255 or whatever it may be. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to pursue this and I'm going to look into these things. That's really cool. Whatever it may be, you're constantly evolving and constantly growing. And because of this, and trigger warning, it made you pretty lonely. It made you an outcast and it hurt you growing up. And that's why you saw it at times as more of a curse than a blessing, because your thirst for knowledge, your thirst for growth, you wanting to evolve to become more of a beautiful light being and become more of who you're meant to be, caused you to lose people because you were growing at a rate that they couldn't match, which is perfectly okay. You know, everybody goes at their own pace, but you were growing at a rate that they couldn't match, that they started projecting at you. They tried to attack you or blame you or whatever it may be. Some of them might have painted you as the villain, even. And at times, too, others just scrutinized you because they were like, well, why do they think they're so high and mighty? Or they just, you had a lot of really messy, entangled situations because these people could not reach the level of growth that you were reaching. And because of this, it caused you to divide. And whether it was you dividing yourself from them or them dividing themselves from you, it caused that separation because you're at a different frequency than they were. And once again, that's perfectly okay. And going back to me saying how much of a beautiful bright light you are, Spirit. Okay. They're wanting me to talk about the other synchronicities that I didn't get to in the beginning of the reading. Wolves could be significant as well. I'm also seeing panthers, leopards, or I think it's like a cheetah. Zebras could be significant, or horses. Butterflies, moths, spiders, spider webs could be significant, as well as just spending a lot of time in nature. You could have, I'm hearing, I think it's a flower. It's either a flower or a name, but Delilah. I'm also seeing lilacs, which, confirmation burp, lilacs grow in June, which also the color purple is coming through, as well as the color black. Yellow as well, which yellow is the solar plexus. Gold could also be attuned to the solar plexus, but I usually put it as a form of protection or just the aura in general. But, anyways, back to the original channels that I was getting before I came out here and started filming. Flamingos could be really significant, or just the swimming pool, water, once again. Race cars as well, or like mechanic shop. That could also be the tools that I was speaking about earlier. Somebody could have a grandfather or somebody like an uncle or maybe one of your aunts or your spiritual guides that was coming through earlier. Your feminine guides could have worked at a mechanic shop or could have worked with machinery. I'm hearing like robotics, or maybe they were in STEM, like some sort of STEM field, um, biology, chemistry, chemics, chemic. I'm I'm not a science girly. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, white dresses or flowy skirts could be really significant right now, as well as scarves. Especially, I'm seeing like sheer scarves or like lace scarves, lace handy. Um, what are they called? Hand handkerchiefs. I think they're called handkerchiefs. Or would that be considered a handkerchief? I think it would be considered a handkerchief. But lace handkerchiefs. I'm also seeing the like really really pretty old lace tablecloths, or the little placemats for just decoration or for like serving dinner. Somebody could have also been into quilting or sewing or something like that and could have made a lot of those things out of yarn or out of just sewing materials or beads. I'm also seeing, or maybe somebody weaves straw to make them as well. I'm also seeing the method, and I don't remember what this method is called, but my great grandmother, my grandmother, my great aunts, basically all the elder women in my family used to do this type of, I don't want to say knitting or crocheting, but they would take plastic, and it was this like little plastic grid sheet that had little mini square holes in it, and then you would like sew the yarn or the string, whatever you had, through the holes, and you could make all sorts of patterns. You could take the plastic and cut it into shapes, and you could build it onto things, and they'd be like 3D, so you could make boxes, you could make decorations. So that could be significant for somebody there. If you know the name of what that is, please let me know, because I do not remember for the life of me what it's called, but I know that every single elderly woman in my family did it and were very good at it. But the songs that I was getting, and this is going back to the moon and the sun energy again, had to deal with the the it was like an exchange of energies, almost like, how do I word this? I'm hearing like the connection of like twin souls, and or soulmates. And remember, soulmates aren't always romantic. They can be within pets, they can be within family, chosen family. They can be in a whole array of different things. And so one of the songs that I was getting was The Moon Will Sing, I believe it's what it's called, by the Crane Wives. And it goes, The moon will sing a song for me. I loved you like the sun. For the shadows that you made with no light of my own. I shine only with the light you gave me. I shine only with the light you gave me. And then the other song that I was getting was from I think it was like a fan made thing from this little kid show called My Little Pony, and it was about the two sisters, princesses, Princess Luna and Princess Celestia. They were embodiments of the moon and the sun, which you can probably already guess by their names. And so there was a whole tragedy that happened where the little sister wasn't getting the attention and the love and the appreciation that her older sister was getting. And so, because the people preferred the sun over her moon, and she turned bitter and jealous, and her sister ended up having to banish her to the moon for like a thousand something years or whatever. And the song that I think it's called like a lullaby for princess or something like that, and it's a song about the older sister singing her younger sister the moon to sleep and saying she's sorry, and how blind she was to have not seen what was happening and stepped in to help her sister when everything was going down. And then this isn't a song about the moon, but it was another song, a channeled song that I was getting. And it's from the movie The Prince of Egypt, which also Egypt can be really significant. Because, like I was saying earlier, I was channeling like old, like ancient societies, ancient cultures. I'm even seeing now like Greek and Rome, like old ancient cultures, societies. Um, but the movie, The Prince of Egypt, there's a song, and I believe it's also been turned into a musical. So musicals can be really significant. New York, Broadway, being on like the stage for some sort of performative art or just really liking art, even if it's a hobby, could be significant. Once again, music and singing is so important. And this is going back to the energy of me saying like you could be a singer, whether it's professional or just for fun. But your voice right now is just so heavily opened that you're just humming tunes like no other. You're singing songs 3333 as I look up at the timer as I'm saying that. And anyways, going back to the Prince of Egypt, it's the song Deliver Us, which, if you don't know what the song is about, I highly suggest looking it up. But to give you a small little basis here of what I was channeling, the song talks about the people who are, the Egyptian people within the kingdom singing for their god and for, I believe, their royalty. It's been a little bit since I watched it, to deliver them to safety and to bring them back to their promised land, and just to give them hope and protection. And it goes from the people of the kingdom singing this to then the mother of her young son singing this to him as a baby, and her sending him away down the river because if he's found he will be killed. And so she's sending him away to be, so that he may one day return to deliver them, bring them back, save them. And at one point his little sister chimes in too, and they're all just like, deliver us, save us, bring us to our homeland, like be our shining light, make it through. And the mother also sings to the river while she is, and it's another lullaby. But as she's like putting her son in this little bassinet of like straw or wood or whatever it was, and sending him down the river, she sings to the river and says like, "Oh, dear river, you have such precious cargo. Please deliver him safely." And so, with the other two songs that I was getting, especially with that moon and sun energy, like that yin and that yang and that pull, I'm getting, first of all, once again, that energy of when you've been overshadowed multiple times in ways that have been extremely hurtful throughout your life. And as I'm saying this, my throat chakra is starting to get all scritchy scratchy. But your the things that you went through, the isolations that you went through, they were because A, you were such a brilliant and bright soul that people wanted to ostracize you. They wanted you to dim your light because they didn't like it. And B, you going through those experiences have helped you to learn and come back to yourself and who you are, and know just how much of an important figure you are within your own life and your worth and your spiritual journey, which has just helped to amplify your magic and amplify your light, because you have such a strong understanding of yourself, your self worth, your self love, your destiny, your manifestations, the things that you want in life and the things that you don't want in life. And so, and as I'm saying this, golden hour starts playing. And to see you shine. Literally just 37:27 as I looked up at the timer. You are shining. And so, with those moon songs that I was getting, that was one of the energies. But the other energy that I was getting from it was the energy of other people wanting you back because they realize how much of a bright light you are. But you're doing great things. You're off on your own. You're doing what you need to do, and these people, whoever they may be, are watching you, and they're like, I want this person back in my life. Like I need this person back in my life. They were I only realize now, after I've gone through it and they're no longer here, just how much of a bright light they were, and how much I've thought by letting them get away. Confirmation Bert, by letting them be the one who got away. And so Spirit is saying that's another energy that's coming through with those songs, is that you have people, and these are those energies of those monitoring spirits once again as well, or just those energies. Remember how I said, oh, this whole month has been a lot of cleansing and clearing and releasing and letting go, but also at the end of the day, the underlining message of all the energies was bright abundance, blooming, harvesting. And so these people realized, and some of them might have only realized this month, that you are such a bright, beautiful light, and that just how much they've missed out by letting you get away, that they're now pleading. They're pleading with the universe. They're pleading with whoever, whatever they can, to be like, bring this person back, or even trying to bring you back, or maybe they're watching your accounts, or whatever it may be. And so this is another reason why you've been feeling more spiritual energies lately when it comes to monitoring spirits or knowing that the attention is on you. And Spirit is saying once again, this isn't a bad thing. You're perfectly safe. You will always be safe. And I know you know this. So this is not to fearmonger you. It's instead to prepare you because Spirit's doing this for a reason. The spotlight is on you. The spotlight is on you. It is your time. It is your season. It is time. Hold on. It was 4:33 on the timer as I paused. But it is time. It is time for you to fully let your light shine, to fully embrace all of who you are, and to do what you are meant to do in this world. And you're meant for big things, and I know you know this. You are meant for big things. And these big things, whatever they may be for you, everybody's journey is different, you'll have eyes on you. It's inevitable. You're going to have eyes on you. You're going to have the spotlight because you're meant to. Because you are meant to be here as a teacher, as a healer, as a guide, whatever it may be, in however many ways or whatever way, singular, that you are meant to do so. And so, Spirit has been helping you integrate this month, especially by letting you really feel and see those energies, even more so than you normally would, because they're pulling back that veil. And they're not only pulling back that veil on these energies, these people that are watching you, but they've pulled back the veil on you. So then these other energies and these people, or people who are meant to see your light and see you, can see you now. Because you're no longer the lunar princess who is, being overshadowed by her elder sister, the sun. The sun outshines the moon. No, you are the sun. You've been the sun the entire time. You were just dimming yourself down so that others wouldn't feel better. Others were trying to keep you down so you wouldn't shine as bright as you are. And that's not to say that you aren't the moon energy, because of course you are. Because with all the light that you have in your being, you've had to master the darkness. You've had to master that yin and that yang energy. You've had to master it. And I'm also getting another message of another reason why this month has been kind of like, oh my God, is because you're so used to being in the dark and being in the shadowy, the moon energy, that you're not used to being in the sun. You're not used to being the bright joy and abundance and light and this, that, and the other, and sitting in broad daylight with all these eyes on you and all these other energies looking at you like, wow, they're bright. Look at them go. You're not used to that. And so it's another reason why this month you were like, oh my God. Because Spirit has been strategically removing the veils that have hidden you. And obviously you're still hidden from those who don't need to see or don't need to know. But those who do need to find you and see you will see your light shine. 44:04 as I look up the timer. You guys. This month has been a lot. It's been a lot. Especially with the message of the Deliver Us song. The immediate message that I got from that as I was channeling was the collective praying on their hands, on their knees, going, Lord, universe, angels, spirit guides, spirit team, whoever it is to you that you believe in, you pray in, guide me, carry me, show me the way, help me. And Spirit has said, help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way. Guidance is here. We are delivering you. And we are delivering you through the process of putting the spotlight on you. So you can let your light shine even brighter and even bigger and even better. And onto the other songs that I was channeling right before I came down to film were the songs, I had them screenshotted in case I forgot. Take This Body Home by Rose Betts, which in the song she basically sings, take this body far away, bring it home, take it high, take it far, bring me home, basically. And ooh, oh, Spirit. Spirit is bringing you home. Spirit is delivering you home. That's so beautiful. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. You have come so far on your journey that Spirit is saying, it is time. It is time. You're saying, deliver me, take me, guide me, and they're doing so. And they are taking and guiding you home. The home of the soul. The home of your life's path. The home of your heart, which is the home of yourself. That's so beautiful. The other song that I got was Phase Me by Wusung. And the song, it literally, some of the lyrics he sings, it don't phase me, the thought of you out, getting wasted, calling somebody else baby, used to breathe you, sing you, breathe or see you, used to breathe you, see you in my dreams, now I wake up, you don't mean a thing. You guys are at that time, and this is another reason why the time is now to put the spotlight on you and let your light shine and let abundance come in, because you've come so far that those things don't phase you. Yes, you're human. You will feel human emotions, okay? You will see things, and sometimes you're gonna have off days. And sometimes those off days are you sitting there and being like, oh my God, I feel all of these projecting energies and this, that, and other on me, and it's just exhausting. Like, even though I know I'm protected and I'm cleansing and clearing my energy, it's still exhausting. And that's okay, because you're human. But at the end of the day, even though you're feeling what you need to feel to release it, let it go, you're not letting it control you. You're not letting it phase you. And that's another reason why Spirit is saying the time is now. The time is now. My little one, my little fairy, my little whimsical, beautiful witch, wizard, warlock, spiritual being, angel, earth angel, light walker, I'm hearing, star seed or star child. The time is now for you to shine your brightest, to hit the points you were meant to hit in this life. And most importantly, for you to have fucking fun and joy again within your life. Because you have gone through so much bullshit. So much. You have been in the trenches. Like I said, you got so used to being in the shadows with the moon. Confirmation burp. That you forgot what it was like to be in the energy of the sun, and the energy of light, and the energy of pure love, and devotion, ambition, and this, like, abundance. And Spirit is saying no more. No more. None of that. None of that. No more. Okay? No. You've learned what you needed to learn up until this point. The time for survival mode, long overdue. The way things have been going up until now, Spirit is saying no fucking more. It is time for you to play, for you to have fun again. It's time for you to live your life in pure joy. And I'm also hearing to let your inner child take the reins because it is time to play. And I know that, you might not know how to play. You might be like, well, Zora, I've never really knew how to play. Like, I don't know. Like, I may be whimsical and magical, but I don't know how to play. And Spirit is saying, and that's okay, because this is your season to learn how you want to play. Because everybody's going to play differently. Everybody's inner child is going to want to do different things, and that's going to fulfill their cups, and that's okay. That's okay. The other songs that I got were On the Road by ATEEZ, and that song is basically them saying, I'm on the road, I know which path I'm going to take, I've got this is my journey, and it's a very, here's one of the screenshot has these lyrics, and there's a reason why these lyrics are here, because nothing won't make me change my mind. You guys you're so set in who you are that Spirit is saying that nothing in this time of play, in this time of joy, is going to stop that. Nothing. Nothing. So it's okay to feel the anxieties, it's okay to feel the fear, but at the end of the day, we're going to take deep breaths. We're going to put on our big boy, big girl, big person britches, and we're going to gamble with that die. Because this gamble, like all the others, is worth it. And it's going to be so abundant and so magical and so blessed. And the last song that I channeled for you guys was Feels This Good by John Marrow feat. Lonis? I don't really know how to pronounce their name, I'm sorry. And the lyric that is on here on the screenshot says, sometimes it hits you when you least expect it. Need I say anything more? I don't think I do. This is your season. 55333. This is your season. This summer, abundance after abundance, after wish fulfillment, after wish fulfillment. And it's all going to come in with ease and with joy and allow you to play. And Spirit is saying, don't overthink it. Don't sit there and be like, well, I don't know how to play, or like, I really can't play right now because of financial situations, or this, that, or blah, 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 whatever maybe. They're saying, we will make it happen. All you need to do is just sit back, relax, continue to do what you've been doing, which is, you know what you've been doing? You've been following your passions. You've been resting when you need to rest. You've been cleansing and clearing your energy when you need to cleanse and clear. And they're saying, good. Keep following those downloads, because these blessings, and I'm especially hearing 333. So 3 big wishes are going to be granted within the summertime. Not all at once, but they're going to be coming in, and I'm seeing a sequence of how these things are going to happen. you've already been getting intuitive downloads from of these things, of what some of this abundance is, whether it's money, career, people, blah, 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 all these different things. It's going to be different for everybody. You've been getting intuitive downloads. However, Spirit's only been showing you a fraction of what you're going to be receiving. Because the rest of it, the rest of that like circle, that little pie graph, pies could be important, or like, I don't know, pie charts or pie, the scientific math number thing chart. I'm not a math or science girly. I'm sorry, y'all. But you're only seeing a fraction of that chart, of that circle. And the rest is going to come in when you least expect it. And I'm hearing it's going to swoop you off your feet like a damsel in distress, but not a damsel in distress because you're not in distress, but more so like it's going to feel like a fairy tale. You're just going to be whoop, swept away in abundance. However it is, however it comes in for you. And Spirit is saying that they've been like they're so giddy. They're so giddy. Like, let me tell you, they're sitting in their little spiritual council room, wherever they are in the cosmos, universe, for you, and wherever they like to sit, and they're sitting there, they're like, oh, Collective's about to have this happen. Like, they're over there like, oh wow, look at all of this, look at these abundant blessings and manifestations that have come in for me. Like, wow, this is so cool, this is so great. And yes, they are so cool, they are so great. But then your guides are like, well, while they're over there with all the other goody good stuff that we just, like, little good sprinkles that we just went like, I'm seeing like seasoning of like a pot. They're like, we just gave some good seasoning, but now it's time to add in the final ingredient, and this final ingredient's gonna make Collective be like la 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 la. Oh my god, this is like one of the biggest wish fulfillments I've ever wanted. And here it comes. And your spirit guides are sitting there 5727 are like, it's gonna happen. It happened. Wow. Wow. And I love it. And they love it. And it's so beautiful that they are so happy and so excited to be able to give you this. Because you have earned it. You have more than earned it. And also, it's been a part of your spiritual inheritance, your divine path, since you came here. It was written in the stars to happen. And so it's going to hit you where you least expect it in the best way possible. And they're saying not to obsess over this. Don't obsess. Don't obsess over the future. Don't obsess over the past. Stay in the present. Stay grounded. Clarity. And know that you've got this. You have got this. And this summer, June was the transitioning period. June was the transition between spring, which was about a lot of cleansing and clearing and new buds starting to barely sprout or seeds being planted. And June, going the first month of summer, was all about taking all that energy and finishing the cleansing of any last little bits, confirmation verb, of any last bits of debris that needed to go before these blessings come in, of helping to really nurture the soil or nurture those little buds and those little sprouts. Confirmation verb again. Because the rest of this month, or not this month, I mean, we only have a few days left, but these next upcoming months of summer leading into fall and winter are going to be the most abundant and most blessed and most fun and free and light that you have ever felt in your entire life. I'm hearing the only time you might have felt this good was when you were a teeny tiny child before things happened. So it's about damn time. 1001111. So 1111 could be significant. 111. I love you guys so much. Spirit loves you so much. And buckle the fuck in. Because, babe. I'm also hearing expect one last releasing this month with this full moon. 144. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you all in another reading. Mwah.